This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Website to provide guidelines for St. James JPs to be launched today. Ever since he became Custos of St. James in 2018, Bishop Comrade Pitkin has dreamed of a website for the office. The goal is to provide useful content in an easy-to-access format for justices of the peace and the members of the public who seek out their services. Finally, the website will be launched today. I saw the need for us to have our JPs in St. James have access readily to all information pertaining to the office of the Justice of the Peace. It is something that has been in train, and during discussion, JPs decided that they would build and commission it as a gift to the office of the Custos. Bishop Pitkin told the news. The website will include an application form for individuals interested in becoming JPs, guidelines for an annual report, as well as legislation that will guide them in performing their duties. These include the JP Act, the Bail Act, and more. All the necessary pieces of legislation and other documents regarding the offices of the Justices of the Peace and other legislation that they need to be offy with, they will have access to, according to Bishop Pitkin, who said the new website is timely. The role and responsibility of JPs has been in the spotlight recently after a video widely available on social media showed a group of JPs interacting with a murder-accused Rashane Barnett. The 23-year-old was asked to remove his clothing so that those present could determine if his body bore evidence of a beating he alleged that he received while incarcerated. Barnett has been charged with 5 counts of murder in connection with the slaying of a mother and her 4 children. Some have argued that the recording of the video, said to have made its way into the public domain because of an error, is out of step with the approved modus operandi in the execution of duties under the Justices of the Peace Act 2018. On Thursday, Minister of Justice Delroy Chuck announced that a committee has been appointed to investigate the matter. According to Chuck, the investigation is to determine if there were any breaches by the JPs, and if yes, to recommend what action should be taken. The committee is to report within 4 weeks to the relevant custodes and the Minister of Justice. The report will guide the conduct of JPs when seeking to protect the rights and the dignity of persons in custody. When asked for his views on the issue, Bishop Pitkin noted that while St. James has not had a similar situation in the past, proper training, the observance of established guidelines and instructions are invaluable in keeping his JPs in check. I am very current on the training of my Justices of the Peace and making sure that persons who serve in sensitive areas are properly instructed and given guidelines, he told the news. Indicom probing shooting of prisoner at KPH. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing the shooting of a prisoner at the Kingston Public Hospital on Friday morning. The 23-year-old man was reportedly shot while attempting to escape from correctional officers shortly after 8 o'clock. The news was informed that the prisoner, who is charged with murder, was transported to KPH from Horizon Adult Correctional Facility after he began acting strangely in his cell. While on the ward, it's reported that he attempted to escape and was shot by one of the correctional officers. He underwent emergency surgery. Bail extended for Clarendon woman whose children died in house fire. Maisie Walters, the woman whose 2 children died in a fire in Hayesfield Racecourse, Clarendon, had her bail extended on Friday when she appeared before the Clarendon Parish Court. Ms. Walters is facing a charge of negligence. She was instructed to return to court in September after prosecutors reported that the case file was incomplete. Ms. Walters' bail had been extended last month after the court was told that the fire report, post-mortem report, DNA analysis, and several statements were still outstanding. Her attorney, Nicole Ferguson, complained that it could be some time before the case is completed due to the delays caused by the police. The fire on March 24 claimed the lives of 3-year-old Abigail Tomlinson and a 4-year-old Kayla Tomlinson, who were reportedly left at home by their mother. The children were buried on Sunday. Alleged St. Catherine gang leader captured in Cayman. A man who is said to be a gang leader and has been linked to the recent flare-up of violence in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, has been captured in Cayman. The suspect, who goes by the alias Baxter, was nabbed yesterday. A senior investigator told the news that the man was placed on the police most wanted list following shootings and murders in Homestead, 31 St. John's Road and Toss Pen. The suspect, who is said to be the leader of the wildlife gang, was also being sought in connection with the murder of the mother of a policeman in Old Harbour, St. Catherine. The news was informed that several warrants were issued for his arrest. Man killed in Nannyville shootout with police. A man was shot dead during an alleged confrontation with the police in Nannyville Gardens, St. Andrew on Friday evening. The deceased identity has not been released. He was reportedly traveling in a white Toyota Mark X motorcar with 3 other men when they were signaled to stop by the police. The men alighted from the vehicle and reportedly opened fire at the officers. The cops responded, and after the shooting, the man was found suffering from gunshot wounds. He later died. Head of the St. Andrew Central Police Division, Senior Superintendent Marlon Nesbeth, said the other men escaped. The police say 3 handguns were recovered from the scene. Woman among 2 killed in St. Thomas is said to be former junior footballer. A woman said to be a former junior national footballer was among 2 persons shot dead by gunmen along the Lloydsville Main Road in Yallis, St. Thomas on Friday afternoon. She has been identified by police as Jardine Carr. Carr, from Hearties District in Yallis, was killed along with Andrew Mullins, a 21-year-old taxi driver from Newlands District, also in Yallis. It is reported that about 4:45 p.m., Mullins was driving his blue 2003 Toyota Corolla along the main road with a car in the passenger seat and the 2 unidentified males in the back seat. The police say explosions were heard and the vehicle got out of control and crashed into a gray Toyota Corolla, then hit a utility pole and ended up in a gully. 2 men alighted from the vehicle and the loud explosions were heard again, and they escaped on foot in the area. Mullins, the police said, was taken to the Princess Margaret Hospital by citizens, where he was pronounced dead. The former national player was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital by family members, where she was pronounced dead. No motive has been established for the killing. Body of 10-year-old boy found in fridge in Harbour View. The Harbour View police in Kingston are investigating the death of a 10-year-old boy whose body was reportedly found in a fridge on Friday. The communications arm of the Jamaica Constabulary Force confirmed the development, but it had no further details. The boy was found and rushed to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead, the sub-officer in charge of the Harbour View police station told the news. He was discovered in an old refrigerator near a concrete factory in the East Kingston community, a resident claimed. Head of the Kingston Eastern Division, Senior Superintendent of Police Tommy Lee Chambers, said she was aware of an incident but was still gathering information. My crime officer informed me that some persons left to speak with the father. Until I get some information, then I would be able to, Chambers said. Exclansman accused for court on July 22 for gun charges. Damon Elliston, who was freed recently at the Klansman Wandon gang trial, is to appear in court on July 22 on allegations of illegal gun possession. Elliston was ordered remanded when he attended a virtual hearing before the St. Catherine Parish Court on Friday. The authorities used the virtual method to reduce any possible security threat surrounding his physical appearance. Elliston was on trial with other alleged members of the gang, but the 27-year-old was found not guilty in May after the prosecution conceded that there was insufficient evidence against him. He was arrested on June 14 during an operation in Damhead, St. Catherine, and later charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. An Intratec submachine gun and a 9mm pistol were seized during the operation. When he was freed, Elliston told the news that after 5 years and 5 months in prison, his only wish was to see his 6-year-old daughter. "I want to send fear because I'm from Shiban midday in a lockup," an ecstatic Elliston said shortly after he was whisked from the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston in the company of his girlfriend and other jubilant relatives. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.